All right, welcome back. Hold on. I had to go get some pretzels. Y'all think AJ gonna show up? Last time he did come out last for the post-fight press conference. But yeah, we're gonna go back and recap that after the press conference. We're gonna go back and watch that bizarre clip. You know, that was some shit right there. Like, you know, my man had a little bit of an episode, but it's okay to be pissed. You know, and in this day and age, I'm not going to be like, oh, man, he's having some mental health issues. He needs to go get some help.
Ravi, where are you going?
Hold on, my bad. My bad. Let me get that out of here. Need that thumbnail.
Thank you.
Ravi, is anybody going to introduce who is man is here or what's going to be? Is anybody going to be MC? Do we have an MC to introduce?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So,
yeah, what's up with that?
Here we are with unified, just fresh, defended titles. The heavyweight Alexander Usyk. Please greet him. Give him a loud applause. I think this kind of press conference should be more about questions rather than any kind of statements. So as long as we saw, Alex has made his statement in the ring, especially in the round number 10. So I'm not sure who is conducting the...
Yes, right here.
If there's no one here, so... Oh,
Yes.
thank you very much.
Alexander, congratulations. Can you just talk us through how that fight was different to September, please?
Один суддя віддав Ентоні.
One judge scored it in favor of Anthony Joshua. That's the difference between the first fight and the second.
Чим він ще відрізняється, що цей поєдинок, який відбувався годину назад,
This fight that was taking place just 1 hour ago,
він дуже важливий був для моєї країни,
it was extremely important for my country,
для моєї команди
for my team,
і особисто для мене.
and personally for me.
Тому що я боксував за всю країну
Because I did box for the whole country.
та за пол міра.
Why is it so dark in there? Let me try to brighten it up.
Він відрізнявся тим, що незважаючи на те, що я можу контролювати свої емоції, я трошечки, але переживав.
I'm going to try to brighten it up for you guys.
Well, that, in spite of my ability to control the emotions,
Let's see
I
here.
was worrying a bit,
There we go.
В 9-му раунді.
especially in the round.
Oh, no, that ain't going to
number
work.
9.
That looks bad.
Ну це був елемент сюрприз.
But that was a surprising element.
That's the best I can do.
Ентоні в той час, коли був 8-й раунд, він подумав, що він вже виграв. Я це побачив в його глазах, може такого і не було, я не знаю.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
I'll
whether
turn it
I'm
up.
right or
Hold
not,
on.
But I saw in round number 8, I saw in AJ's eyes that he was feeling victorious already.
Але я повторював собі, ти не можеш зупинитися, ти не можеш зупинитися.
Very
I kept
unorganized.
telling myself, you cannot stop. You can't stop. You cannot stop.
Доволі багато стояло на кону.
How's that?
Some big things were at stake.
І слава Богу, перемога є, пояси їдуть в Україну, Україна переможе.
And thanks God, the belts are coming back to Ukraine. The victory is with us, and Ukraine won.
All right, second question here.
Alexander, congratulations. Sorry, second question here.
Alexander, congratulations. Antoine from ITV News. In terms of coming into this fight, people said that if AJ was able to use his size, that he'd be able to defeat you. Obviously, in round 9, he did use his size, but you remained on your feet and you go home to Ukraine with the belt. So does that make today's victory a little bit sweeter because every strategy that they threw at you, you were able to still be victorious?
Довгою говорили, що розміри Ентоні Джошуа, якщо він почне ними користуватись, то він почне тебе перемагати. І в 9-му раунді він, в принципі, почав цим користуватись. Але в фінальному все рівно пояси йдуть в Україні. Чому так?
До кінця не скористався.
So the reason why belts are coming back to Ukraine is that Anthony Joshua didn't use his size advantage to the end.
Не розміри важливі, коли ти боксуєш, чи... Це справжня війна була в ринзі.
Size doesn't matter when you are fighting. That was a real war, genuine war in the ring.
І розміри тут ні до чого.
And the size is not that important.
Я думаю, тут працює дух.
This is where the real spirit works.
Sasha, colleagues, I hold the flag signed by our soldiers, our fighters, who was at Severodonetsk, Lysychansk. They signed warmest wishes to you and wishes to the victory. You on the ring and ours at the battlefield. Thank you so much. Glory to Ukraine. And everything gonna be Ukraine. It's from Battalion 205. Козацькому роду нема переводу. Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Y'all think Joshua going to show up? He did try to walk out of his interview post-fight, threw the belts outside of the ring. Bizarre rant. We're going to listen to all of that. But I'm looking for the official scorecard. That's what I'm doing in the background, so we can see what rounds were scored by who and for what.
Alexander,
And I'm eating
congratulations
pretzels.
on a hard-fought victory tonight. Radio Raheem. Joshua had quite a bit
Radio
to say
Raheem owes me
to the
$150.
crowd in the ring after the fight. How did that make you feel, and what do you say in response to what Joshua had to say after the fight in the ring?
То, что Джошуа вычудил в ринге, как ты к этому отнесся, и то, как он потом поступил, когда вернулся в ринг, какие ощущения у тебя? Если то.
Що він почав мої пояси кидати?
Ну, он кинул поясы, потом ушел в ринг, потом зупинився, повернувся, и этот речь что-то толкнул.
Як я до цього відношусь?
Ну да, что ты відчував?
I'm not even joking. Raheem and Dave Chappelle owe me $150. I did a podcast with them.
Емоції.
They never paid me.
Все нормально, з ним треба поспілкуватися.
I didn't feel much at that time when he was a bit frustrated. Just common emotions. It's all good. We need to just communicate a little bit.
No, I mean what he said in the ring, not during the fight, but after the fight. Joshua said a lot to Usyk and to the crowd about Usyk and Usyk's victory. I'm asking for his response to that.
You want his response to that?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Він хоче.
Not even joking. Back in 2018, me, Dave Chappelle, and Radio Raheem did a podcast that was never released. It was about it was a pilot for a podcast that they were doing. It never got released though. I have it. I have the original audio, but they made me sign an agreement. But I think the agreement is null and void if they haven't paid me, right? So I should release that shit. I did a podcast with Dave Chappelle.
Я не хочу бути гордим. Я хочу бути смиренним. І я працюю над цим.
The good things that he said about me is something that I accept, but I don't accept it deep to my heart because I want to stay a humble person. I don't want my pride inside to grow bigger. That's something like that. So I don't believe in good words.
You have a question?
But что-то я не договариваю.
Я не хочу бути гордим.
I don't wanna be
Я
proud.
хочу бути смиренним, я над цим працюю.
wanna
Гординя вбиває. Хто себе привищує, того Господь знизить, а хто себе знижає, того Господь вверх
The one
підводить.
who brings himself up, the Lord will calm down. The one who stays down, the Lord will bring him up. Що ти думаєш про Джошуа як про чоловіка?
У мене до нього повага. Ну, я поважаю цю людину, але він трошки сьогодні на емоціях. Я так трошки бачив, що він там кидався на когось з моєї команди. Якщо він хоче, якщо він хотів ще на кулаках побитися, то я йому цього 100% не советую робити. Тому що в мене половина команди це стрітфайтери.
I feel nothing but respect to Anthony Joshua. I saw him a bit emotional, and I saw him like bullying some of my teammates, and that would look like a bare knuckle fight. But that's I don't recommend him to do, because most of them are horrible street fighters.
От я маю там 20 поєдинків на даний момент. У мене деякі хлопці мають 25 поєдинків, але на вулиці. 25 боїв, 25 нокаутів, вони всі 25 виграли.
I have 20 bouts, 20 wins at the moment. Some of my guys have 25 and 25
All right, I have to take a
wins
snack.
by the way of knockout.
We're back. I've been sitting here since 1 p.m.
Hello.
It's 8.
Oh, yeah. Hi, I'm from Arab News. A very hearty congratulations to Usyk. And my question for him is, since everyone thought AJ is going to win, and he himself believed that, do you think that he was very desperate to win would be a disadvantage value for his defeat?
Y'all think AJ going to show up to the post-fight
Can you
presser?
repeat one more time, please? I'm sorry.
Everyone thought AJ was going to win. And he himself believed it. He was very sure that he was going to win this rematch. But do you think because he was so desperate to win would be like one of the reasons for his defeat?
I'm sorry, but not everyone was thinking Joshua gonna win.
Like most of them, not all.
I would say probably 50-50. Maybe even 60-40 to Alexander.
Yes.
Она спрашивает, говорит, что все думали, что Джошуа выиграет бой. И он был очень голоден этого боя. Ты думаешь,
Yeah, got a long night ahead.
выиграть, потому что он...
The Showtime card's on in the background. UFC is on my upper screen. And I guess I need to open the top ring card on my iPad.
І мої тренування.
The Lord himself, the team that is with me, and my trainings, that's what helped me to get the victory.
Usyk clearly won. Even Eddie Hearn did. We're going to listen to all of it.
Over here. Tyson Fury's posted on Instagram saying that that fight was where Alex just said it there, shite. And he beat you guys both in one night. What's your response back to that?
Tyson Fury написав в Твіттері, що поєдинок таке собі, що він поб'є вас обох за один вечір. Що б ти йому відповів на це?
В нього то йому сниться кожен день.
That's what he's dreaming every day.
Поб'є. Знаєте, що він поб'є? Дупу він свою поб'є.
He's gonna beat his ass.
Right, we've got one more question from Antoine.
Antoine on ITV News again. Alexander, after the first victory you had against AJ in Tottenham, I asked you what you wanted to do next. And you spoke about spending time with your family and taking your children to school. Obviously, Ukraine has changed. So what is
We're waiting for
wish
AJ to show up.
for your future? What you'd love to happen
If
to
he's going to
Ukraine
show
going
up.
forward and yourself?
Then we're going to recap everything. I'm going to play the Tyson Fury clip. We're going to replay Joshua's speech and him throwing the belts out the ring. Jeez, dude. Did not take that loss well.
Майбутнє моєї держави ми переможемо.
The future of my country is we're gonna win.
І будемо економічно на дуже високому рівні.
The economy will grow considerably.
До нас буде приїжджати багато туристів, тому що наша країна дуже багата історією.
The tourists all around the world gonna travel to Ukraine because Ukraine is very rich with history.
Багато людей в світі вже бачать, колись вони знали Україну завдяки спортсменам. Кличко, Шевченко, Усик, Ломаченко.
Many people in the world knew Ukraine because of the athletes like Klitschko brothers, like Andriy Shevchenko.
Thank you for watching the stream with me earlier. We crossed 100,000 views for that fight stream.
Зараз нашу країну весь світ знає як ту, яка захищає свою країну від другої армії світу.
Now the whole world knows Ukraine as the country that is defending itself from the second biggest army in the world.
Also, please like the video and subscribe.
And we stand strong and we give them a lot back.
Я просто хочу сказати, що деякі люди в світі, вони недооцінюють когось. Відчиніть очі, що відбувається в світі. Просто відчиніть і подивіться, що відбувається в світі. Зараз на території України.
I want to say that some people in the world are underestimating what's going on. I want to appeal to everyone. Open your eyes and see clearly what is really going on in Ukraine.
Тому що українці вони не здаються, вони до кінця. Вони будуть йти до кінця, і вони переможуть. Ми переможемо. Це просто треба трошки часу на це і все.
Ukrainians never give up. They always go to the end. They always win. We're gonna definitely win. We just need a little more time.
Two more questions.
Alexander, congratulations on another phenomenal performance and more proof that Ukrainians never give up. It was quite remarkable. I think with my old ears, I heard you say that the only fight you would now take would be Tyson Fury for the undisputed championship. Is that correct, that you might not even fight again if you don't get that fight?
Usyk is the man.
Sorry, the question is whether he wants to fight Tyson Fury or...
The question is, I think I heard him say in the ring that the only fight he would want would be Tyson Fury.
Got it.
He might not fight again if he doesn't get that.
Okay. З перемогою твій поєдинок – це справжній доказ того, що українці ніколи не здаються, йдуть до перемоги до кінця. Мені здається, в рингу ти сказав, що або ти будеш битися з Тайсоном Ф'юрі, або не будеш битися взагалі.
Так, я так сказав.
Yes, that's true. That's what I said in the ring.
Okay, we've got one more last question.
Alexander, Vladimir Putin likes to talk about being a black belt in judo and riding his horse topless, but you're now the baddest man on the planet. Is that a pretty cool thing, and is that great for your compatriots and your soldiers to see?
Excuse me. Can you please speak a little louder because I can't hear you well?
Vladimir Putin likes to talk about his judo black belt, riding his horse topless and being a macho man. He's the baddest man on the planet. How does that feel, and can that inspire your soldiers and your people?
Володимир Путін любить хизуватись своїм чорним поясом із дзюдо, ходити з оголеним торсом і строїти з себе мачо. Але ти найкращий козак на світі. Як тобі от так надихати людей?
Добре надихати людей. Він це все робить. Він показує, що він сильний, і що він моцний, і що він красивий. Насправді він не такий. Це все обман. Він показує, що він сильний, але він слабкий. Він показує, який він, але він дуже слабкий.
Everything he shows is just to show that he's strong, but he's not. Otherwise, he wouldn't do that. Wouldn't show how strong, how big he is. In reality, he's very weak.
And with that, we conclude the press conference. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending. Congratulations, Alexander Usyk.
And the steal.
No. You see, we still need to do WADA. Look, it's almost.
Okay. Coogan just got sent to hell. Tried to get that exclusive. And as you heard, Usyk has got to do his VADA drug testing. So the question is, Anthony Joshua's not going to show up. We're going to go recap everything. We got to go look back at that bizarre rant of Anthony Joshua. You know, not a good look, bro. Especially in a nation where they paid you so much money. You know, I put it this way. I like when Joshua asks
Додому, хлопці. До хати.
Jesus. I like when Anthony Joshua be like he's himself.
З України.
Because sometimes he come off a little like fake company manish. But, and I understand what people are going to say. They're saying, it's 4 o'clock in the morning over there? Why is Eagles claiming so pissed? Like, bro, let people do their media obligations. Like, that ain't cool. I understand he's like a former manager of the year multiple times, but he knows how the business is. Like, you just want a big-ass fight. You got to talk to the media. You know? But, you know, I'm wondering, let's see if they clear the room. Because, no, for one, Eddie Hearn is going to, at least Eddie Hearn is going to show up. I do know that part. Eddie Hearn is going to hold court. Whether Joshua shows up with him, because the last time for the first fight, Joshua showed up like really late, and I didn't think he was going to show up, but he did. So in the meantime, while we're hopefully waiting for Anthony Joshua, and let me tell you, I got a lot of shit. Like, I'm watching boxing. Showtime's right here. ESPN's right here, UFC's right here, so I'm trying to keep up. Brandon Lee is in the ring right now. Also, I'm going to be doing my podcast recap tomorrow. I was going to wait till Monday, but I'm going to find some time tomorrow to get it out as soon as I can. And it's an edited podcast. You know, I love doing podcasts, nice, clean format. Also, thank you for who joined us on the live stream earlier. We've crossed 100,000 views for that commentary stream. You don't see it yet, but this is YouTube real time. There's Radio Raheem. He owes me. Him and Dave Chappelle owe me $150. I did a podcast with them back in 2018. I was fresh out of a coma, too. And they made me sign an agreement, but they didn't pay me. So I still got the tape. I still got the podcast. Oh, what's up, Mikey? No, that's Mikey, not Jay. Mikey runs the website. He does all the rankings and everything. So, okay, so since this is still live, I'm guessing Joshua is going to be showing up. But we're going to leave this on. We're going to leave this up. But let's go look back at Joshua. Let's go watch some clips. Let's go check out that rant. By the way, I'm so glad they didn't rob Usyk. It seemed like they wanted to. How did you have the fight? You know, for me, 8 rounds to 4, if we're being honest, 9 rounds to 3. You know, but one thing you can say is, here, let me turn this down. One thing you can say is Joshua, put it this way. One thing about Joshua is you do see improvements when he has to make improvements. It's just that he just can't beat Usyk. He fought a way better fight than he did the first fight. He just can't beat Usyk. That's it. Usyk is now 20-0 with, let's leave one of these up. Yeah, let's leave that up there. Usyk is now 20-0 with 13 KOs. The 35-year-old southpaw, 6'3" Ukrainian. I met him in Philadelphia, of all places. I was, as media, I had covered Alberto versus Alexander Volzdik. That was in Philly. And he was there because supporting Volzdik, him and Loma. It was a top ring fight. But yeah, I'm 6'3", and he's a legit 6'3". And this was when he was still at cruiserweight, I believe. And I was looking like, yo, like this was when people were wondering if he was too small for heavyweight. Well, now look, he's shown us that he's better at heavyweight. I mean, he's a full heavyweight now. He weighed in at 221 pounds the first fight, and the second fight, a lot of people thought he was going to come in bigger, but he didn't. He's the same weight. Joshua, however, came in. Okay, when Joshua fought Luis Ortiz, here, let's go look at it. Not Luis Ortiz, Andy Ruiz. By the way, Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz are fighting on a Sunday, September the 4th. Once again, we stream during all major fights. You know, I don't stream during the whole event because it'd be a lot of dead time, and basically then I would have to edit it out. And, you know, I'm real particular about making sure my content fits in like a certain time frame. But nonetheless, we're going to be streaming during Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz, which is in 2 weeks. That's going to be on PBC on Fox pay-per-view. We're going to also be streaming during Deontay Wilder, Robert Helenius. That's going to be on also on Fox pay-per-view October the 15th. Another significant heavyweight fight coming up from the UK is going to be Joe Joyce taking on I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Joseph Parker, BT Sport Boxing box office September the 24th. So the heavyweight division is back. Also, Wilder made some comments, but let's go look around. Here's Anthony Joshua, by the way, for those who don't know. Now 24-3, been stopped once by Andy Ruiz. 32 years old. The first fight, he weighed in at 240. Second fight, 244.5. Do you think that, like, even though he looked a little leaner, at, you know, but he still came in weighing more? Do you think he should have came in lighter? I mean, put it this way, he did slow down later on in the fight, and especially those last couple of rounds where he just started like really lunging, Nope, I'm 6'3". People always think that I'm short or small because until they meet me, if they've ever met me, and they'll be like, "Damn, bro, because you're always sitting down." But no, like, you know, like the chicks dig it. I'm currently 6'3", 6'2.5". Okay, 271 pounds. On May the 2nd, I weighed in at 298. So I'm on my weight loss journey. For those who've been watching me, I can tell myself just by looking at my face. So I didn't go to the gym today. It was my cheat day, but I'm doing about 6 miles a day. I'm not going to tell you my weight loss journey, but I'm trying to get back down to my ideal weight of 230. 230 or so. But anyway, let's go listen to AJ. Let me pull these clips up off of Sky Sports and that rant. How did you feel, though? You know what I don't like? That people going to start calling mental health shit. They're going to be like, oh, AJ needs to go get checked out. And like, bro, like, dude was just pissed. But however, it just, you know, it was something. But here, look, let's listen to it. Yeah, chicks dig it.
Wait, I'm talking. Okay.
Look. So he was walking around trying to rant with Usyk's flag on. And Usyk's like, yo, bro, give me my flag. And he try to push him off.
So that's just emotion. Wait, I'm talking. Okay.
Like, bro, he does not take defeats well at all. But we can't play the clip, but I can let you listen. Because if I play it, obviously, if you don't know, not obviously, Sky Sports is going to copyright me. But what we're doing now is this feed right here is live. We're waiting for Eddie Hearn and Joshua, or just Eddie Hearn or somebody to show up.
So, okay.
Oh, I think he's there. Somebody's coming in.
Look, if you knew my story, you would understand the passion. I ain't no amateur boxer from 5 years old that was an elite prospect from a youth, bro. I was going to jail. I see some hype little youths in Reading jail. I got bail and I started training my ass off. Because if I got sentenced,
somebody's coming.
I meant to be able to fight. I bust my case. But cousin Benga, where's he at? G14, raise your hand. I'm stealing this Usyk, sorry. But it's because the passion we put into this man. Guys, I'm telling you, this guy, to be me, tonight, maybe I could have done better, but it shows the levels of hard work he must have put in. So please, give him a round of applause as our heavyweight champion of the world. Woo!
This was cringe.
I'm not
the
a 12-round
shit.
fighter. Look at me. I'm a new breed of heavyweights. All them heavyweights, Mike Tyson, Sonny Liston, Jack Dempsey. Oh, yeah, you don't throw combinations like Rocky Marciano. Because I ain't 14 stone, that's why. I'm 18.
That was kind of funny. Let me rewind that back. Oh, there's Eddie. Up, AJ not showing? AJ ain't going, is he going to show? Oh, there he is. All right, here we are, guys. This is live, real time. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. Yeah, please, like the video. Let's try to get to 500. Help a brother out.
He said this, please.
No. Thank you, guys.
You better like the video. I'll cut this shit off.
Keeping you guys late, and I always appreciate your time. I hope everyone's well and enjoyed their time in Saudi. Eddie, I'll let you start.
Yeah, no, guys, I want to say firstly, of course, thank you to everybody in Saudi Skills Challenge. It was an incredible event, an incredible night. It was an incredible fight. A split decision to the pound-for-pound #1 is never a disgrace. We want to congratulate Alexander Usyk. What he did from the 10th round was quite incredible. From my point of view, I'm very proud of this man here who's continuously, since he turned pro and since probably the Dillian Whyte fight, has fought elite fight, big fight, stadium fight, big money fight, pressure fight, consecutively. And people sometimes don't understand the pressure that puts on someone. And I can tell you that when people talk about the hunger of a fighter, you only have to see the changing room of Anthony Joshua after tonight to realise how hungry he is in the sport. He's devastated by defeat because he wanted victory more than anything. We're all extremely proud of him for giving us a great fight tonight against one of the best that's ever laced up a pair of gloves. So, AJ, from my point of view and everybody's point of view, we're very proud of you for your performance tonight.
Thank you.
It is 3 a.m, so we're not going to be here for hours and hours, so we're going to open the floor to questions for Anthony Joshua.
Anthony, 11 months ago, it felt like you didn't quite empty the tank. Tonight, you went out on your shield, you went out throwing. Do you feel like you've exercised some demons from 11 months ago?
Is that how long it's been? 11 months? Yeah. It's a long time. Exercise some demons. I don't know how to answer that question, to be honest with you. Have I exercised some demons tonight?
You left it in the ring tonight?
No, it's just I tried a different style. Well, previously in my career, through the sport of boxing, like what got me through in my early days when I was beating people that I shouldn't have been beating. For example, I was an amateur for 3 years. Only 3 years when I walked into the gym with my cousin Benga over there, who's now head of security. I was beating guys based off of sheer hunger and passion. So
yeah, the company
just in
man
the last
back.
fight, I wanted to compete and improve myself as a boxer. And it wasn't good enough. Tonight wasn't good enough, but you can see I adapted. I made the changes needed to give him a more competitive fight. It wasn't enough, but I left everything in the gym. If I would have left everything in the ring, I would have won. But I definitely pushed myself in training camp to make sure the fight was more competitive tonight.
AJ, Antoine, ITV News. When we spoke, you said you wanted to put on a heroic performance, and in round 9, I think everybody in this room will agree that you did. Would you say you're proud of yourself this time around, and you feel like you give your all and you left it all in the ring?
Am I proud of myself? It's really, really hard for me to say I'm proud of myself. I don't feel anything. I'm upset, really, like deep down in my heart. Oh, man. Oh.
Don't cry. Don't do it. That'll be the nail in the coffin. They're going to crucify his ass on social media. Don't you do it, AJ. Hold him in. Hold him in, bro. Hold him in. Don't. Oh, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
Who's got a question for me while we're waiting?
He gonna do it. Don't do it, AJ.
Radio Raheem. Eddie, this is a journey that you've been on as well the whole way. Obviously 2 losses in a row, your flagship fighter. What is next for you in your mind as a promoter, and what do you say to Anthony Joshua immediately after the fight?
Well, as I said in the ring after, the key to life is happiness, you know, and at the end of the day, I just want him to be happy. He's given his whole life since he started to the sport of boxing, and people don't realise that what a bubble it is in the life and world of Anthony Joshua. You know, when everybody in the country knows who he is.
Don't cry after no loss. After a win.
He's in the gym all the time with his team. He's living up in Loughborough. He's away from home. You know, there isn't anyone I know that's more dedicated to the sport than him. And sometimes people don't understand the pressures that are on people's shoulders. But he's never ducked a challenge. He's never shirked the pressure. He's always tried to give his time for people, and he's always tried to inspire the next generation. He's been an amazing ambassador. For the first time in boxing, you see all these complete dickheads, many of them tonight on social media, they've got too much to say for themselves, that want to pretend they're good people, that actually aren't role models, that aren't ambassadors, that aren't people that I would want my kids to look up to. This is someone that I want my kids to look up to. That is true.
These motherfuckers be scumbags. But you can look up the T Street though.
And that responsibility is a huge burden. And he's always felt that responsibility. If he's out in public, he gives everybody his time. Right? He's one of the nicest guys you can ever meet. And he's a competitor. He's a winner. And when you don't win, and you see, what you saw tonight was a raw emotion, a real person that was feeling the pressure, that wanted to win so badly. And people need to realise that you live in an online world where it's just opinions, stick, abuse. And he'll never tell you that the pressure, he sees that or he feels it. But it's impossible not to. So what I want to see is I want to see him happy. And I think what we want to see is we want to see him be active. Too many gaps between fights, too many stadium fights. You know, from the Dillian White fight at the O2, to Charles Martin at the O2, to Dominic Brazil at the O2, to Eric Molina at Manchester Arena, to Vladimir Klitschko at Wembley Stadium, to Carlos Takam at the Millennium Stadium, to Joseph Parker at the Millennium Stadium, to Alexander Povetkin at Wembley Stadium, to Andy Ruiz at Madison Square Garden, to Andy Ruiz in Riyadh, to Kubrat Pulev at the O2, to Alexander Usyk at Tottenham Hotspur, to Alexander Usyk. That is the run that Anthony Joshua... I'm
going to smoke a little pot. I'll be back. Just a little reefer.
Sefer. No, I do. No, but I do, because you don't get the credit. No, but I'm going to give you the credit. Because at the end of the day, you've had to step up to carry the sport in our country.
This is true. You can't take that away from me.
We've joked before. You said, God, I have to have all these tough fights. You saw people have these easy fights. You never had them. You never wanted them. Because you want to create a resume. Yeah, but because you're a fighter. You're a winner. You wanted to fight the elite. You fought the pound for pound, back to back. Right? At Tottenham, you lost. Tonight, you lost a split decision to the best fighter in the sport. Everybody else would have vacated the WBO belt before the Tottenham fight. So I will say, because people take easy touches, fans moan about fighters ducking fights, taking easy touches. He's never taken an easy touch. And we should be very, very proud of him.
And Joshua, after the fight, it looked like you were leaving the ring. Like
I don't smoke. I vape. Actually, I can't smoke. I got bad lungs.
Back in the ring, and were a sportsman and gave a tremendous ambassador-esque speech. Can you talk to me about what happened in your mind that made you turn around and come back in the ring, and what you were trying to say post-fight in that speech?
I just feel like when you try and do things from your heart, not everyone's always going to understand, and it was just from the heart, right? I knew I was mad, like at myself, not anyone, just at myself. So I thought, I've got to get out of here because I'm mad. And like anyone, when you're angry, you might do stupid things. So I was mad, but then I realized, oh shit, this is sport. Let me do the right thing and come back. And then I just spoke from my heart. Like it's been so tough. Like you see AJ holding it together, yeah. And I'm a hustler, so I try and put things together. Like I try to work hard, put things together, make sure my team's good. But it comes at a cost, like a big cost. And like sometimes it'll never break me, but it takes real strength for it not to break you. And tonight, like, there's a little crack in that armor because I took a loss, and I think you just saw me just upset. And with the speech, I was just speaking about where I'd come from. Like I was on the roads, like really, and I made a transition in boxing, and it really helped me change my life. You know, bring me closer to God, bring me closer to meeting so many amazing people. And I just kind of laid it all on the line with my speech. But listen, let's not forget about the champ Alexander Usyk. He put on a phenomenal performance as well, so credit to him. I can't remember what I said in the ring because it was just so passionate, but I just want to say thank you to him for taking part in a great historical fight as well. It takes two to tango, and I was just so upset.
Yeah, they're gonna light his ass up on social
Anthony,
media.
you said to over here. It's been a long journey with you, and it's been an amazing journey. I'm over here, Anthony. You said to Antoine at the press conference on Wednesday that the performance was as important to you in a way as the outcome. Two things: are you happy with the performance, and do you not necessarily the outcome, but are you happy with your performance this time? And do you not realise that at home, and this is all of us that have had messages from people at home, people were off their seats with respect, screaming you on to knock Alexander Usyk out from the 8th round onwards?
I was.
I'm not. Look, when you lose, you're not ultimately happy. It's just upsetting. I really wanted to win, and I wanted to win for Great Britain because I know how much they wanted me to fight Tyson Fury. So I wasn't just fighting for myself, I was fighting for like the whole nation. So I was just so upset. So I'm not so happy with the performance because I didn't win. And I appreciate everyone who was watching at home. You know, fighting, like, I'm a fighter, I'm not a normal person. Like, even though I try and, as you said, hold it together, to be a fighter is like a real different mindset and lifestyle that you have to embody, especially to try and be a good fighter. So I just, I'm just in war mode. But I appreciate everyone that support and watched at home, and I really wanted to do it for them because I wanted to bring the belts back home, and I really wanted to, you know, challenge for the undisputed 2 of Britain's best. But we move on to the next.
Do you
please take your time out and like the video? It'd be great if we can get the 500.
One question at a time, because I'm forgetting the second one.
Well, it was just.
No, I mean, like, you're asking me 2 questions at once.
Yeah, can you like the video? That'll really help out a lot. Try to get the 500.
Respect. Do you feel you earned it back tonight? That everyone should be giving you it?
No. Well, from who? Who am I trying to earn respect from?
Your public.
It's not my business what they think of me.
I think he looked good despite losing.
I don't really. Do you know what people should respect me for? When I meet them and how I greet them, shake hands, yes please, no thank you. As I say, don't respect me just because of the fight.
He got nasty with me when I met him.
Because that isn't what makes a
LDBC.
man or a woman. I think it's your character and like how you treat people. So that's how I want to earn the respect. And I've always tried to kind of keep my feet on the ground. I make mistakes. Sometimes I do things from the heart without thinking. But other than that, I hope people can respect me for the man I'm trying to become.
And the final thing, obviously you're incredibly disappointed in this moment.
Come on, Gareth.
How is that hunger still burning inside you?
I'm a fighter for life. That hunger never dies. Fighter for life.
Thank you, Anthony.
Respect.
Okay, we've got one more here from Antoine Allen.
This is a question to Eddie, because I know Anthony would be too humble to ask this. When you speak to other boxers, they speak about how Anthony literally exists.
What the hell just happened? Did somebody kick over the? Their feed just cut out. That's not me. That's not me. Their feed just literally cut out. It's still live, but it just cut out. I wonder if somebody tripped over the wires or some shit. Let me see if Matchroom has it up. I apologize, guys. We're waiting for it to come back, but their feed literally just gave out. Like, it is not me at all. So what the hell just happened? Well, we're going to talk about...
We wouldn't be here today. None of us would be in this room without Anthony Joshua. I promise you. I wouldn't be... Our business wouldn't be... My life wouldn't be what it was without Anthony Joshua. No boxers would be earning the kind of money in the UK if it wasn't for Anthony Joshua. He has taken the sport in terms of popularity, in terms of attraction from broadcasters, sponsors, to another level. And you're right, he's far too humble to say it. You've seen a lot of fighters and a lot of people from the industry come out with those kind of comments this week, which is nice to see. And he would never shout that from the rooftop, and if I said that to him, he'd laugh. But that is the complete reality. We weren't in stadiums, you know, every other fight.
Oh my God,
before
Alex.
Anthony Joshua come along.
Jesus.
We weren't Brits going around the world, you know, in Madison Square Garden, in Riyadh, in Jeddah. I mean, it's been unbelievable. But the legacy should last well beyond, you know, and Gareth said the question, do you feel like the public respect you? You know, if the public don't respect him for what he's done, you might as well just give up. You can't keep people happy all the time. If you can be a good individual like he is, if you can set a good example, then that's all you can do. And honestly, the sport globally wouldn't be where it was without AJ, but the sport in Britain would not be where it is today, and the fighters are benefiting because of the growth that AJ has injected into the sport.
And the question to you, AJ, to answer my question before, I'm sure everybody's proud of you, and there's lots of people at home who are proud of you as well. You spoke about being that boy from Watford who was on a completely different path, and you've inspired so many people. So if you were to give a word of advice to anyone who's looking to change their life right now, what would it be?
Oh, here we go.
Change their life right now. It's a hard question to answer. Well, I'd say... I don't know. Anyone that wants to change their life, I don't know. Do what you want, innit? It's your choice. You live your life how you think is best, and you'll like deal with the consequences of your decisions. But if you do manage to do well, always try and give back, because just don't take. Also give back where you can. I don't know what I tell someone. I probably tell them don't get into boxing. It's hard, very difficult, very, very difficult. But I don't know what I tell them. Just good luck with your life and just try and do well. And if you can do well, just make sure that you put your hand back to try and help bring people with you. Do you know what I mean? That's what I tell someone. If you bust out the hood, make sure you bring the man, them, and your family with you. Do you know what I'm saying? That's it, really.
Josh, you say about don't get.
Look, their shit just cut out again. Their shit just cut out again. Their feed just cut out again. That's not me, ladies and gentlemen. The feed just cut out. It just cut out. People pissed in the chat. In the Sky Sports chat. That's trash. Well, as we're waiting for them to start, I'm guessing it's going to pop back in now sometime soon. So when it does pop back in, let's see. Nope, that shit is still out. Well, how did you score the fight? Listen, you know, I tried to see it 8-4, but when I'm really thinking about it, it was a 9-3 fight to me. Also, Tyson Fury is not retired, but why did he drop his Ring Magazine belt if he's not retired? What's going on with that? Is there a reason why he dropped the belt? Like, did they have pressure on him, you know, to drop it? Let's go see. Let's go see what Tyson Fury had to say while we're waiting for the press conference to hopefully come back. Because it just popped off. We're still, like, look, we're waiting for them to continue shortly. So we're waiting for them to go back. 8-4. I mean, 8-4, 9-3. Here's what Tyson Fury posted.
Both of them on the same.
Here's what Tyson Fury posted on his, my bad, it's going to be really loud because I had the up there. Let me turn it down now. I had to up my volume on my stream so you can hear it because their microphones was really low. So I'm not going to try to, let me remove this. There we go. Because if I would have played this would have blasted your ears off. All right, here's what Tyson Fury had to say. I got this gnat fucking with me.
Be honest with you guys, after watching that both of them was shite. It was one of the worstest heavyweight title fights I have ever seen. It was bullshit. Come on! I would annihilate both of them on the same night. Fucking shite. Get your fucking checkbook out, because the Gypsy King is here to stay forever!
You know, some people have been telling me that Tyson Fury was diagnosed with being bipolar because sometimes, you know, like according to his social media, and of course I have to watch and cover all that shit, you know, but we're still waiting for the post-fight press conference stream to come back, and it looked like it might not be coming back. But I don't take anything he says seriously. I knew he wasn't fucking retired. That's why I didn't do no damn Tyson Fury retired video. You know, he did. No, I didn't believe none of it. But will it happen? Right now, Usyk is a promotional free agent. He's a promotional free agent. Tyson Fury's a BT Sport top rank Frank Warren fighter. Usyk's manager, Igis Klimas, has close ties with Top Rank. But where will it happen? In the UK? Or do they follow the money and hoping that Saudi Arabia, you know, like really, you know, like backs it? For example, is Fury Usyk? I guess they did Fury versus White in a stadium. Does anybody remember what the I had to make sure the Showtime card was recording. Anybody remember what the attendance was for Fury? You know, this is my job to look it up. For Fury White. And is Fury Usyk a stadium fight? Can it do 90,000? It should in the UK, right? And Usyk said in his post-fight interview that he's not going to fight anyone else. He wants Tyson Fury. So he's holding out. Terrence Crawford is supposedly doing the same thing. You know, so the danger zone for that fight is if we don't hear nothing by, I'm going to say after Labor Day or around that time, then something is up with Spence versus Crawford. But that's a whole different video. But Fury White attendance. Let's see how many people were there. Around 94,000 were expected, but how many showed up? I'm looking. I don't see anything that's saying how many people showed up. Did a whole 94,000 show up though? Yeah, I think it should be a UK fight, but also remember, let's be very honest. Tyson Fury, if you don't know, he can't travel. Being MTK Global's the now disbanded NTK Global's #1 fighter. He was their #1 fighter. So he found out that he couldn't travel. Irish news reporter, true crime reporter, did a whole piece on it and actually did like a 30-minute documentary on it. No bullshit. Here, I'll show you real quick. I literally did a documentary or like a documentary style video on Tyson Fury and his links to MTK. You know what's even crazier? I almost reached out to MTK to work for them. T-Street would have been involved in the drug game? What? T-Street would have been paid dirty money? I would have been like, Mr. Kennedy, he's a nice man. He's the nicest man. He loves all the people. He loves black people too. I would have been chilling. I would have chilled. I'd be like, why are they always after him? You know, the man's cleaned up his life. I would have been like, yes, Mr. Kennedy, send me some money. Send me some money to go to fights. Look, I did a whole where's it at? I did like a whole video on the shit. I did two. It's this one and it's a 30-minute one. I can't find it. This one right here. The MTK Daniel Kinahan boxing saga. Hey, I'll put the link for you guys who want to watch it. I'm like, yes, Mr. Kinahan. Like, it's a damn shame what they're doing to you, sir. They're always fucking with you. Look, this is me. I did a video.
All of this.
Daniel Kinahan has been publicly named as the head of one of Europe's most brutal drug gangs.
How do they make their money? They sell drugs, they sell weapons, and they offer a money laundering facility. So it's a one-stop shop.
So why has the alleged cartel boss been allowed to work with some of the world's top boxers?
I'm just after getting off the phone with Daniel Kinahan. He's just informed me that the biggest fight in British boxing history has just been agreed. Get him there, my boy!
How has a company Daniel Kinahan set up become one of the most powerful in the sport?
Any time of day!
All right. Y'all gonna have to watch that on your own time. But listen, no. Eddie Hearn expressed that Joshua should stay active. In fact, let's go listen to a little bit of it more since we're already here. He should stay active. I do believe so too. No long layoff. Get out there and fight again. But who does he fight? Who does he fight? In a comeback fight. Now, I look at it like this. Getting back out in January. Is December too soon? Is December too soon? I think it is too soon. But, you know, basically Eddie Hearn was talking about pretty much breaking things back down and going back to the roots and building him back up, because now he's lost 3 of what, his last 5 fights? And don't get me wrong. Anthony Joshua is the man. He's good. My personal opinion, Usyk is the #1 heavyweight in the world over Tyson Fury, in my opinion. Tyson Fury #2, Joshua #3. But another fight, I think that he should have an interim fight, you know, to come back, you know, build up the confidence, you know, because he did look a little funny this week. He didn't take the Andy Ruiz loss well. We saw he snapped out in the ring there. We're gonna play that clip in a minute. But come back, get him something to build up his confidence. Get him somebody that he can knock the fuck out. You know, and people gonna be like, yo, he's back. And then it is time for the Wilder fight, period. It's time for the Wilder fight. It's time. Deontay Wilder is going to be returning October the 15th. It is official in the Barclays Center against sparring partner Robert Helenius. Robert Helenius 2 wins over Adam Kwanoski, but he did lose to Johan Duhaupas and even Dylan White. But for me, I do like Wilder versus Helenius. Joshua Wilder, I think that they need to do that, you know. They need to do it. Wilder's had something to say, by the way. I'm going to show you what he had to say. I'm going to show you what Wilder had to say. Hold on. My bad, phone just rung. Basically, Wilder, you know, in my opinion, I mean, I don't know what the fuck is up with Wilder sometimes and his management team. You know, yeah, they got the 3 Fury fights, but at the end of the day, you know, like, he should be fighting like big time fights. And I think that this is the, like, you know, nobody wants to see Fury Wilder 4. Here's what he said. They tried to lock me in for insurance because they knew he wasn't going to win. This is strictly business, not a sport. There's a difference. What does he mean by that? Because Eddie Hearn did say he's been reaching out for a Joshua fight recently as this week, but they don't answer his phone calls. Even the former promoter of Lou DiBella, who's rumored to have been fired by Wilder due to Al Heyman and Shelley Finkel calling for the fight, because he was trying to make it. Here's what he posted. Where's it at? Usyk is an all-time great. AJ is still one of the best 4 heavyweights in the world. Boxing needs to get out of its own way. Wilder needs to beat Helenius, and there's nothing that makes more dollars and cents than Wilder versus AJ. Does it not? Makes perfect sense. But you know something, though? I feel that AJ would be boxing the shit out of Wilder's head off, but then I think that he would just get that bomb. It would just fucking, he would get his fucking face punched off. He would get put to sleep. But overall, though, Joshua did good. He looked good. And was that, like the body work? I love the body work. But one thing somebody said in the chat, which is true, I've noticed, Joshua doesn't seem to carry his power late. And conditioning seems to be somewhat, he didn't really get tired until like the end, but you can tell that he was pacing himself. Conditioning seems to be an issue. I think ideally he should be at 230, 235. That's what I think. The way he fought against Andy Ruiz, but when you look at it, did Andy Ruiz kind of not beat himself? Let's go look at the rankings. FightView360.com. The link is down below in the description box. Also, hold on. Also, my podcast. I'm going to be doing the podcast tomorrow and releasing here. I'll put the link in the chat. Please, it would really help me out if you just even download one episode. We just launched the podcast last week. And we need to get to 1,000 downloads ASAP. We're in around like 400 or so since last week. So we can get really indexed and promoted by all the listening platforms. Here it is. Boom. The Fight View 360 podcast. Last episode, Australian boxing. And as you can see, I've been covering it. Listen, I even look. Usyk is going to beat AJ again. I did this 3 days ago. Other podcasts picking Usyk again in rematch. One of the questions was, I got my Eubank Jr. Ben recap up and preview Canelo Golovkin 3. One question was, will Robert Garcia make a difference? Did you see any differences in Joshua? For one, head movement is better. Footwork is a little better. I like how he was bending the knees. Like, you can see some differences. You see some differences. But Usyk is just too good, too slick of a fighter, as they say.
How dare you?
What do you guys think? Thanks for the super chat, Pierre. But looking at the rankings, my bad, I don't know why I put this up here. Looking at the rankings, though, let's be realistic to see who he fights. By the way, our rankings are updated monthly in accordance to the sanctioning bodies, WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO, even ring. But Tyson Fury has dropped his. So let me break it down for you. Joe Joyce, number 1, is taking on Joseph Parker, number 2, September the 24th on BT Sport Boxing pay-per-view to be the WBO mandatory. Felix Hergovitz, who won earlier in a very controversial win, is now the IBF mandatory against CCP Zheli Zhang. Very, very good competitive heavyweight fight, but I think Zhang had won. Michael Hunter and Hughie Fury are fighting sometime on Sky Sports before the end of the year, and the winner of that is going to be fighting Daniel Dubois to be the WBA mandatory. Currently, there's no WBC mandatory for Tyson Fury because he fought as mandatory in Dylan White in April. But don't be surprised if October the 15th, they make Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius a WBC eliminator. Do not be surprised. Can you please, paste the rankings? Sure. Bookmark it, though, seriously. It's only like 3 websites that have the rankings updated monthly. Here's the rankings right here. Boom. And ours are updated monthly in the sanctioned bodies. But yeah, I stream during the post. I stream during every major main event. I'm going to be covering UFC. Actually, we're getting out of here in a couple of minutes because the Showtime card is on right now. Top Rank on ESPN Plus is on. And then UFC 278. But if I'm being honest, he's not going to get a title shot anytime soon, Anthony Joshua. He's not, because for one, there's too many mandatories. So, and if we're being honest, AJ may never get another title shot again with the way things are set up. Yeah, fighters may want to fight him because of the money. And I'm sure the sanctioning bodies. Thanks, MAW Mall, for the super chat. But it's going to be hard for him to get like a, you know, he's pretty much been sent to the back of the line. You know, because there's too many mandatories. So it's not a situation where you can say, you know what, I'm going to go that route for that belt. I'm going to try to go like they used to do back in the day or in other divisions. But in this case, you know, you don't want to, you know, like, listen, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't want to see Fury versus Wilder 4. Thanks, K. Causey, for the super chat, $5. I don't want to see Usyk versus Joshua 3. I don't want to see it. So could they do, look, this is a way he could possibly jump the line. Could they do Hrgovic versus Joshua? Hrgovic looking a little vulnerable. Or maybe even Joshua versus CCP's Zhang Zhili Big Bang, the Chinaman. Before we go, though, if you didn't get a chance to see it, let's go look at that clip of my man Joshua, you know, like freaking out. Like, what was up with that? Like, what was up with that? Where is it at? Where's Sky Sports? Sky Sports. There we are. But he threw the belts out the ring, walked out the ring, looked like he tried to confront somebody, came back, and then did a bizarre post-fight interview. And like, what was this? Like, what was he trying? Like, what was going on there? What was going on there? Look, he's got the belts.
What's gone on there? I don't know what's been said. The ring,
like, why you got that man belts? And then he just threw him. Like,
I don't care about strong. I have that skill.
like, what was up with him? Let's go listen to the interview.
I'm heavy.
I can't show it to you in full because Sky Sports will copyright my ass so fast. They copyrighted me earlier today, but thankfully released my video.
So that's just emotion. Wait, I'm talking. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
And he was walking around with Usyk's flag, like trying to talk shit. So Usyk was like, yo, flag. You know, and you got Usyk and Loma looking at him. Like, they just looking at him like, bro, like, what the fuck is going on? So look, you see Usyk right here. You see Joshua, he's about to go on his long-ass rant wearing the Ukrainian flag.
So that's just emotion. Wait, I'm talking. Okay.
Yeah, like, bro, give me my flag. Like, what did you do with it?
So that's just emotion. Wait, I'm talking. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Correct. Our DAZN feed here in the States, we didn't get to see AJ throwing the belts. We didn't see that part. That was only on Sky Sports. So when I was doing my stream during the main event, I didn't see it because we didn't have I didn't see it until after the fact.
Look, if you knew my story, you would understand the passion. I ain't no amateur boxer from 5 years old that was an elite prospect from a youth, bro. I was going to jail. I see some hype little youths in Reading jail. I got bail and I started training my ass off. Because if I got sentenced, I wanted to be able to fight. I bust my case. But cousin Benga, where's he at? G14, raise your hand. I'm stealing this, Usyk, sorry. But it's because the passion we put into this man. Guys, I'm telling you, this guy, to be me, tonight, maybe I could have done better. But it shows the levels of hard work he must have put in. So please, give him a round of applause as our heavyweight champion of the world. Woo! I'm not a 12-round fighter.
Look at this part.
I'm a new breed of heavyweights. All them heavyweights, Mike Tyson, Sonny Liston, Jack Dempsey. Oh, yeah, you don't throw combinations like Rocky Marciano. Because I ain't 14 stone, that's why. I'm 18 stone, I'm heavy. It's hard work. This guy here is a phenomenal talent. We're going to cheer for him 3 times. Well, how many belts you got now, bro? 5. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. And as I said, I was studying Ukraine and all the champions that have come from your amazing country, but I've never been there. But at the same time, what's happening there is, I don't know what's happening, but it's not nice at the end of the day.
Look, my man don't know what the fuck is going on. Look how Usyk looking at him like, yo, bro, like, are you serious? Like, what are you doing? Just get out. He just took over, like, bro.
Against Orlando, there was unrest in Ukraine, right or wrong. There was issues in Ukraine in your second fight.
Look, now he's talking to Loma. Loma like, what are you talking about?
When you face Danny Williams, civil unrest.
I don't understand you.
Please raise your hand. Under them circumstances, he managed to become champion. Champ, champ! Champ, champ! Champ, champ!
They like, yo. It's sad because it's looking like everybody looking at him like, yo, bro, what the fuck is you doing? Get out. Because he had already threw the belts out the ring. You know? Like, bro, like, what the hell? But yeah, man, it was a bad look. Bad look. But, you know, I got to get up out of here because I still have 2 more boxing cards to cover and UFC. And my dog is crying, so he's got to take a piss. He's got to take a piss. But, I got a lot more boxing videos to do. And we're going to be streaming again on Monday, recapping everything. So I stream on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern. Yesterday was a little late. But what I'm going to be doing is, if it's a real big fight like this, I'm going to stream again on Monday. And I'm going to be releasing my exclusive podcast episode tomorrow. If you want to listen to it on your way to work or something, where we're going to basically, my podcast is a cleaner version of my videos where I'm playing all the audio and everything, and it's edited all up nice for you so you can, you know, get a whole lot in a little bit of time. So it'll be great if, I can't believe it's as many of you watching right now this late, but it'll be great if you can really take your time out and like the video before I go, you know, so we can try to get to at least 1,000 likes or so. And I'm going to be doing more videos all throughout the night if you want to know what's going to be happening in UFC. For example, you got Roger Gutierrez and Hector Garcia in the ring on Showtime. Then you got Alberto Puello versus Bakhtir Akhmedov. That's for the 130-pound title at 140 pounds. Is that 140, right? I don't remember. I think it's at 140. And then you have Omar Figueroa taking on Sergiy Lipinets, a late replacement. Get them damn sex bots out of here. Taking on for a late replacement for Adrien Broner. And you have UFC 278 with Puello Costa against Luke Rocco, who will probably get knocked out. And you have Kamaru Usman taking on Leon Edwards. So listen, I got to go get some beer. You know, I'm going to have me a beer. I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to cover the rest of boxing. Show the belts one more time. Him throwing them out the ring. Like, what was he thinking? And then he damn near cried at the press conference, the post-fight, and it's like, bro, don't do that. Do not cry. They're already lighting his ass up on social media. I'm going to go have my pasta and have a beer. That's what I'm going to do. And come back and get this shit. Like, and who was he trying to go after? Like, was he trying to go after Usyk? Like, when he did this whole thing? Like, what was this?
But Usyk was better too.
Like, what the hell's going on? Like, what was that? And here's him throwing the belts. And then he walked out of the ring. He threw the belts and then walked out of the ring. Like, and those are Usyk's belts. It's not like Joshua lost those. He just like the disrespect, bro. And then he did it in Saudi Arabia after they paid him $50+ million. Tripping. Anyway, I'm going to see you guys later on. I got some videos to do. Thanks for watching. Please drop a like before you go.